Brewy, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of X Feed. We have your stories of the day, and let me tell you, today is absolutely no different than yesterday in terms of news for NFTs. Goodness gracious, when are the headlines going to be coming back? Basically, nothing when you search up NFT and go over to news. On the Web3 side of things, first headline: crypto market rallies are leaving Web3 and metaverse tokens behind. Well, of course, probably half the people here, we've been in metaverse tokens, we've been following Web3. I don't really understand how the hell the headline can say crypto market are leaving Web3 tokens behind, because crypto is Web3. Maybe they're not aware of that. Mainstream news outlets, I tell you, these people are crazy. Okay, so I saw a Dip Collector post this in the holders chat for Futureverse a little bit earlier, and this is very interesting. So let's play it right quick.
Easy guys, just a quick one. We can see Anoka Brands here sold all of their Sandbox in the last 24 hours. So 1.2 million, completely sold.
Sandbox dumped by Anoka at the same day that Mochaverse, the Anoka main NFT, announces their Sandbox big HQ hub. It's hilarious.
Everything. And we can see here over time the smart money have just been dumping Anoka, dumping Sandbox. I don't know why you would have kept it. The game was terrible, the users was terrible. It's just been dropping. I've seen people talk about buying Sandbox. I mean, what one of the worst buys you could have bought this bear market. Pretty much no one is using it. It's on ETH. It's not very good for developers.
Oh, okay, so I mean, they've migrated a lot of things to Polygon and whatnot, but I think the narratives and a lot of the testament that people have of, oh, we already know what the game is, we're not willing to give it a try, yada yada. The user base is relatively small. Yo. Dario, what's going on, Bruce? Yo, it's the Shilrex dude with BTC logo. Truly. Okay, yo, shout out Omnis here. They tagged me in this thing regarding Anoka Brands, regarding something that they talked about back in 2021 for FUD Friday. We're gonna jump a little bit sooner than Friday for this FUD Friday. Yo, Divine Hypnotoad, what's going on? And it is interesting, right? Because basically the question is, okay, why is Futureverse, Fluff World, and everything partnered with Anoka? But it also is kind of a thing of Anoka invests in almost everything within the Web3 space. So okay, they've highlighted something. There's no updates. Is it on them? Is it a part of the team? What's kind of the thing with it overall? Does that mean that one investment that Anoka had or talked about at one point did bad? Does that mean Anoka as a whole is bad? Well, people that own ApeCoin and want to pass their API or whatever in the ApeCoin DAO, yeah, they're gonna hate on Anoka. But with that saying, Anoka literally has their brands and everything. So one failed thing, I don't know. It feels kind of hard to judge them based off of that. Okay, that's a slide for later. Okay. Bri DeSanto saying selling assets without a game is so 21-22. It's funny. We don't really see the NFT sales anymore. When you do, you immediately usually see a drop afterwards if it's not priced in a relatively inexpensive manner. Again, we are changing, I think, from we want mass adoption across all of these NFTs, because basically the only ones that still exist are going for that unless it's small side collections. But I think we're not going to have the scarcity anymore. It's just simply, we're going to have to print a whole bunch. We want the bigger adoption and whatnot, and you're going to need those actual experiences with it, unless it's strictly for a collectible like Pinnacle. Disney Pinnacle, that's just collecting. Azuki selling for $30,000, 12.25 ETH. Not bad. Okay, we're seeing a little bit of, there's bubbles outside. What the hell is going on? Anyway, yeah. So that's cool. We're seeing the NFT market pick back up a little bit. We got some more rather large sales, to be honest, coming up. We're going to highlight Ether again. This disappeared, came back. They've randomly started posting this thing. You can barely read the text, by the way. So whoever the graphic designer is, you are fired. weird. But they say experience creativity with our exclusive summer essentials drop. Find meticulously crafted hoodies, artistic tees, classy caps, indulgent tote bags, and stylish skateboard. Okay, so these guys launched an NFT, and I guess it's like a clothing brand now. I've noticed that we're seeing this more and more. You know what I mean? Doodles kind of had something that involved with that. You remember the watches? We're going to look at the prices of those. If you didn't buy one, well, apparently you're a fish because you're going to flip them for an absolute bag. Oh, one saying punks have two problems. Number one, Yuga ownership doesn't appear to be in line with punks, which, I mean, we can say that, but at the same time, Yuga's been like, okay, you guys don't like certain collabs, we're going to leave it, yada, yada, yada. I feel like it's the name thing, doesn't matter. Maybe not. And then number two, there are 2 copies of every punk. So yes, this part I hate. And the reference that I also like to use, do you remember the Choose Rich Nick guy that's going around? He had the meme, and then it was like a meme coin, and there was somehow 2 meme coins that launched. One was Nick, I choose rich, and then like a ticker that was rich. And then it was Nick or something. And it was confusing because there was 2 things. And I was like, okay, this is just going to end up absolutely going nowhere. And I'm pretty sure that it didn't. It's got some traction for like a day and then went to the side. Whenever there's 2 of the exact same thing out there, not to bring up an episode of Fringe, if you've seen the show, what an absolute banger, but still just unbelievable. It's anytime there's 2, just absolutely run away. Look at this 2.5 ETH flip in under an hour for a crypto punk. Okay, not bad. Again, the market looking okay with ETH coming down a little bit. Just your daily reminder here from a Pudgy Penguin on the timeline regarding your security aspect and being aware, because when it happens to you, you might be completely caught off guard, but the realization, the patterns, like 28 times redoing something or doing something that like becomes memory, right? There's some kind of saying. Basically, people saying fake Coinbase scam just called me saying someone was trying to log into my account. He told the guy off. They said crypto's a scam, yada, 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 yada. But either way, the point being is it wasn't a legitimate person calling from Coinbase. So if you get a call regarding something, just always assume that it is a scam. Thank you. Can't wait to share all the improvements we made with Pudgy World, says Luca Net, CEO of Pudgy Penguins. There's a little bit of their game. I guess this is going to be some arcade machines that are going to be launching with that. Again, kind of interesting to see. It looks decent, you know what I mean? Like not crazy by any means, but it looks very, very solid. So excited to see more at Pudgy in the news. Okay, so Steve here with a great clip from the people that are at Pirate Nation. Now, for anybody that's in a Web3 game, this clip will give you an interesting perspective.
My goal is not to build a job for you. My job is like build a game for you. And if you turn this into your job, it's not, I guess it's like a fun job to have. Like, that's not our goal. Our goal is not to build a thing that you can support yourself off of. Our job is to build something that people enjoy. And if they find a way to make money off it, great. But we're never going to be optimizing for decisions that are going to enable your profit motives. My goal is not to...
Okay, so they're not going to enable profit motives. They're working on just creating a good gameplay. Okay. But very interesting, because again, Pirate Nation, one of the top Web3 games right now. Assets of Moon, tokens Moon, all that stuff doing very, very well. Now, Immutable X, just kind of showing one of their upcoming games. It's called Battle Bears. Leave this up on the screen just for a momentary so you guys can see. Again, we're able to compare and contrast. Pirate Nation, I've only shown like 1 or 2 videos regarding that. Maybe I'll go grab a clip for tomorrow. But again, as we're seeing these different games coming up to launch, does it entice you to what we see? Does it feel like it's quality to you? Do you care about the way that the graphics look? Do you only care about gameplay? Are you going to want to try it? Are you even going to go out and attempt to play it? What are the barriers to getting on there? Do you need a wallet? Do you need to not? Is it on mobile? Is it on PC? There's all these questions. Gaming's got a lot going on for it, but that's what's coming up for Immutable. Great post here by Cool Cats. I have no idea why more collections aren't doing these sort of things. Chugs of House Milk, first of his name, king of the cartons and coffee beans, protector of the chug, rightful heir to the Iron Throne of Cooltopia. Just kind of a little bit of an abode to the end. So it was the end of season 2 for House of Dragon for anybody that watches over the weekend, but also just in general for Game of Thrones. It's kind of one of the sayings that they have. They use all this like medieval throne-ish stuff. I thought it was really, really good. So shout out for them for doing it, and hopefully we see more. Okay, Ronin Network. A while ago, there was a huge hack that happened $10 million worth of ETH from the Ronin bridge. A lot of people have been talking about how bridges are scary in general. Not the greatest thing to have happened, but I guess it was a white hat hacker that was the, culprit behind it. So they did end up getting the funds coming back for it. And this is Jiho's just giving a quick kind of commentary to that.
Hey everybody, it's Jiho. Wanted to check in after what's obviously been a pretty crazy day, confirming that all $12 million has been recovered. So we thank the white hats for their integrity and their vigilance. I was also really impressed by how strong, calm, and collected the Ronin community was earlier today. I think it's a testament to the strength of the people that we've gathered together for this movement. Thanks to everybody who reached out. It means the world to us, and let's get back to building.
Okay, so I'm confused because he's saying that this was today. I thought the Ronin hack was like a while ago. Am I crazy? Maybe I haven't been looking at my timeline enough. Holy smokes, how many things does he retweet? Can we find out any more information? Okay, so here's another game. I guess it's on Ronin right now. This is Illumitera. Just gonna leave that on. But okay, so it's a new hack. Okay, so what the hell was the old one? How did it happen twice? Oh my god. Okay, well listen, this is shock then. That's unbelievable. I read all of that I guess I made the assumption that this was in reference to the bridge issue or whatever the hack was previously. Because this is the second time that that's happened, which is not great. But if we scroll back down here, sorry, I'm going to have to manually find this. Do they even post about it 5 hours ago, 12 hours ago? Where the hell do we find that tweet then? What in the halibut? Okay, well, maybe we'll go back to that a little bit later, but holy smokes. Nope, this is a new white hat hack, not the bridge. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, so this is the thing that doesn't even make sense then, Atari, because I'm on the timeline, and you know the guys from the Bankless podcast, they're talking about bridges aren't safe while quote tweeting Ronin. So to be honest, that's where I thought that it was the bridge hack. So everybody's got misinformation on this. When are we going to have community notes across the timeline in Web3? Apparently, we need it. Huge news. Off the Grid is opening up to PlayStation 5 console players this weekend. So that's kind of cool. We're getting a bigger game that's coming on chain. To consoles. I think there was a few other ones that was supposed to. I don't know if it was just like the Dead Drop Society, the one with like Dr. Disrespect, but I thought there was a couple games that were poised to, like the Ready Player DAO guys. I forget the one dude's name, but I remember bringing it up on stream. So again, for seeing Web3 games on console, that is very interesting and also a rather good news. So Doodles, they're just kind of highlighting some of the album artwork per se on these. And again, just generative like your favorite NFTs, of course. Now, I didn't really care too much about the way that those albums look, but I thought it was really cool the way that they have their setup here, where it's drag and drop. It looks super simple. It looks clean. This is their reveal experience for their passes, merch, and some other stuff. It's just, again, I need to mess around with this, to be honest. I'm completely talking from a way of I have absolutely no idea. To be totally honest, I have not messed with Flow, Doodles, or anything like that. I think I bought I bought a couple of the boxes, and I was like, okay, I don't really get the point of this. We have socks for wearables for like a character that we can't use anywhere, and I thought it was kind of dumb. So I need to rewire my brain to understand all the new stuff that Doodles is cooking, because it looks good. But yeah, there's your transparent aspect of the day. Phoebe will have its time in the spotlight soon. Oh, it's on base now. Right. I forgot. See, this is unbelievable. Everybody's changing what they're doing. Okay, so the Doodles G-Shock watches at a point, I remember on the stream, got to find the clip, I was fudding these. Why particularly? Because I just thought it doesn't seem that branded. You can see the character kind of a little bit right there. I think it says Doodles somewhere. I thought that it would be a little bit more branded. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's a weird thought where you kind of want it more casual and people just like know it's Doodles because it's got the logo, but these things are going for like $600 Canadian. Unbelievable, unbelievable. And then seeing what they've actually sold for. I know those ones were closer to like 500 plus US, but there has been several sales around the $400 mark as of yesterday per se. And then there was one back on July 24th for kind of basically the same amount. So very, very interesting. Do new people understand how cringe they sound when cheerleading for Solana? All right, that's an interesting take from Beanie. Whatever you like, you like. However, it is interesting, and I would agree with the statement from Fuego here, who says, new people don't know anything other than Solana. If they were onboarded via Solana memes and pump fun, then they think Ethereum is cringe. Now, talking from my perspective, I came through the space, obviously, with NBA Top Shot, but then branched out to Ethereum and really got immersed in everything there. So I've had the mindset for like ever. I was like, I like ETH. It's just kind of like my preference. Don't really care, whoever likes whatever, you do you. Like I've used Solana, it's really smooth and whatnot, but I still, because I started with Ethereum in a way, I just kind of have that biasy towards it. And I think that this is like a fair statement for anybody. No matter what you came in on, if you had a good experience with it, then you're always going to probably be kind of leaning towards that until there's something dramatic that leads you otherwise. Atari, the Doodles community are huge collectors and will pay premiums on all IRL and digital wearables from the boxes. Things are switching up a little bit, eh? Used to be about Bored Apes getting the merch and flipping all that kind of stuff, and now the Doodles are taking over. Just a reminder here from Facts, is Magic Eden going to drop a stimmy? Back when the NFT markets were going absolutely crazy and whatnot, we have to remember the different airdrops for things. If you just used OpenSea within a past year at a point, you were getting different different tokens. Collections were offering other NFTs, free NFTs. There was all these different incentives, liquidity just flying in the markets, and we really haven't had any kind of a big airdrop in a while. Obviously, there's been reports that people have done regarding, here's how much Pudgy Penguins have been airdropped, here's how much Bored Apes have been airdropped, here's how much Mad Lads has been airdropped. But again, most of that hasn't been uber recently, so Magic Eden, potentially one of the big suitors to inject some spiciness into the markets. Okay, Futureverse fan, if you're a fan or a fam. Yeah, we can use that. Works both ways. Garen Labs, Crypto Eddie had Mr. Rocks on. Very interesting clip. We'll play it. It's quick, minute 34.
Rocks, with all the chains that are in the blockchain space, why are you focusing on the XRP ledger?
XRPL and XRP, due to the liquidity, community, the fast transaction speed, and the low transaction cost, we are starting out on XRPL and then moving on to the Root network, which has smart contract compatibilities. And that's why we're starting out with Gear and Wallet with XRPL. And then we have a bridging feature to the Root network. And we're building Lotus Protocol on the Root network.
Your liquid staking solution with the Lotus protocol is going to be, I think, the first liquid staking DeFi solution integrated with XRP Ledger. So I think it's important for everyone to understand, what is liquid staking?
In traditional staking, you lock up your cryptocurrency, for example, Root on the Root network, to earn rewards as a user. But you can't use it for trading during this time. But liquid staking actually allows you to stake your assets and still use them after that. So when you stake with the liquid staking protocol, you receive a tokenized version of your staked assets. So when you stake Root, you get S Root from us. And then these tokens can be traded or used for other DeFi activities, offering more flexibility for the users.
Okay, so again, whenever that gets integrated, it's the only one that's going to be on XRP, going to be connected to Root. Again, we've heard the narrative about Root supercharging XRP. I don't care what the hell you're into. I know some people are like, yo, screw XRP, yada, yada, yada. But holy smokes, they're totally right with the amount of liquidity on that, and the connectivity through all of it could be extraordinarily spicy. All I'm going to say. Carrie Echo is highlighting Emergence, and I am confused as hell on how they're doing this. So They say if you're a Featureverse maxi, pay attention. Backed by Born Ready Ventures, being a premier partner of the Featureverse ecosystem. Okay, so they have this new pre-mint link to be able to mint the NFT, but I'm confused when reading this, so let me go through it. So there's 900 NFTs, but there's only 10 spots for winners. So I guess they're only having it where there's 10 people that could end up buying the NFT, and otherwise it's open. I don't really get it. The project summary for Emergence. Emergence has built the interoperability layer that will make the metaverse dream a reality. Downloaded by over 50,000 game developers globally. Emergence mission is to bring more story to the world building of on-chain assets in the new creator economy of the open metaverse. The founders will be the pioneers for the intention of how these tools can be used to create realities. Following the founder's sale, there will be a marketplace launch and meta token sale, along with favorable airdrop tokenomics that reward holders. And they have like a little bit of extra stuff on this. Mint date, to be honest, was going to be in Q3, and the mint price to be determined. So again, I'm just confused by this because it says it's only 10 spots. Usually with these things, it would be a lot more. I don't know if they messed up with it. I don't know if I'm reading this wrong. If anybody has any clarification, I would love to hear it. Thank you so much. More Featureverse news. The merch drop is here. Well, no, it's not, because it's a friggin' week away. What are you talking about? Okay, so on August 14th, they are dropping some Featureverse Fluff World merchandise that is digital and physical. They can be bought with Root. Now, what's interesting with this is if you have a silver or gold fluff, there is like one free redeemable item with it. I think that it's really cool that we have the physical and the digital aspect to it. The only comment that I would say with it is I thought that there was going to be like a little bit more flair to the merch. It feels like this is kind of like the first run. They didn't go like too wild with the different thoughts of it. Again, we have like the logo, some extra text with it that shows the Mystic Valley. Again, not bad, but I thought it was going to be a little bit more creative. I'm not gonna lie. The comms are confusing. I think it's 10 free. It's 10 free. What? Almost sounds like a candy. 10 free. Hell yeah. New meme coins are leading the bounce amongst the top 500 tokens by market cap. Okay, guys. Well, if you're not in memes, I guess get screwed. Because, memes are absolutely flying after the market drop off. It's funny, though, because when the market plummeted the other day and then came back, during the, oh my God, panic mode, Panic at the Disco type deal, we saw a lot of people giving different takes regarding, of course you don't want to be in like low micro cap meme coins, and we need to flush out of all these meme coin markets and all this other stuff. And I mean, maybe all the people that sold those small things decided to go into the bigger memes. I don't know. I don't really mess with that, but it's interesting. The narrative's changing all the time. So this was super weird, where Donald Trump Jr. made this post earlier today saying, we're about to shake up the crypto world with something huge. Decentralized finance is the future. Don't get left behind. So there's two ways to look at this, and I feel like we've had like a lot of like political opinions regarding crypto and whatnot, but the majority of people that are in Web3 are reading this and they're acting negative, where there's been like a lot of support saying, okay, like this is great that we're having finally like recognition within the US of like crypto being good, because again, most people just flat out don't say that, but they're questioning, saying, are they just going to launch like a meme token, another NFT of some sort? Like, are they going to actually make some kind of announcement that is genuinely supporting of the industry, where we don't really know what side of the spectrum it's going to be on? So we'll find out whenever that happens. 10 free mints from Emergence. I'm underwhelmed by the free. Yeah, I'm pretty underwhelmed by it too. True. Lucky Trader. I think this is from CoinGecko, yeah. And the poll was talking about which NFT type or use case are you most bullish on? And the one that is vastly leading is not bullish on NFTs at all. That's tough. That is tough. So, I mean, we can make the argument that everybody's writing this stuff off, saying, it's garbage. Sure, certain things aren't there, but at the same time, we're seeing a lot of companies with IP, with technology, really building on this space for the masses in a different way, which we haven't seen before. Again, this is all new as of a couple years ago. And even more so in terms of like attention, like really specifically like 2-3 years ago was when it first started picking up. It's getting that cultural normality. People are kind of over the initial hate stage of it. They're not bullish on it per se, but that's insane. Now, otherwise, it's 17% game and metaverse items. We have memes, profile pictures, art, membership access, domain names, event ticketing, and RWAs actually at the lowest of the survey from CoinGecko, which is very interesting because we've seen, generally speaking, a lot of uptick across the board regarding everything RWAs. So that is interesting. Now, if you are interested in learning more about RWA content, I do a podcast called RWA Segments. That link is in the description below or on the X bio. And that's going to be it for this edition of XFeed. Mr. Atari God, thank you for coming on through, as well as Divine Hypnotoad, as per usual. You gotta maybe sign up for that Emergence thing. So yeah, that link that we showed a second ago, it leads you to a pre-mint, then you have to retweet something to get on board with it. Again, I don't know. Are we going all in on it? Is it free? If it's free, well, I guess maybe we should. Is it worth the tweet? Maybe. Anyway, that's it.